Elara, backpack secure, stepped onto the moss-covered path. Sunlight dappled through the leaves and a gentle breeze rustled the trees. The forest beckoned her deeper. Hours passed and the sun dipped low. Shadows grew long and twisted. Elara realized she was lost. Panic welled in her chest. Each path looked the same. Night fell and the familiar woods transformed. Trees twisted into grotesque shapes, their branches clawing at the starry sky. Elara shivered, fear gripping her heart. The forest was no longer welcoming, it felt hungry. She pressed on, desperate to escape the suffocating darkness, but the forest held her tight, a captive in its eerie embrace. Dawn broke, painting the sky in hues of rose and gold. The menacing trees from the night before were gone. In their place stood a vibrant forest. Flowers Elara had never seen before carpeted the ground. Strange, beautiful birds sang in the trees. Elara walked through fields of sunflowers taller than her. Dragonflies with wings of stained glass danced in the air. Was this the same forest? This thought echoed in her mind. As quickly as it appeared, the landscape shifted again. The vibrant flowers withered. The air grew heavy with the scent of pine and damp earth. Towering redwoods replaced the sunflowers, their tops lost in the clouds above. Night fell. This time Elara was not afraid. She watched in awe as the redwoods became ancient oaks draped in Spanish moss. Fireflies, like tiny stars, illuminated the forest floor. The forest was a living tapestry, weaving time and seasons into its very fabric. Elara began to notice patterns in the chaos. The sun's position, the whisper of the wind, the behavior of the animals, they all held clues to the forest's transformations. She learned to read the subtle signs, to anticipate the next change. She discovered hidden groves bursting with ripe berries. She found crystal-clear streams teeming with fish. The forest provided, but only if she listened. One day, she heard a soft voice on the wind. It spoke of patience and understanding. It spoke of the forest's ancient rhythm. A rhythm she could learn to follow. Elara no longer feared the forest. She respected it. She understood that its changes were not malicious but a natural flow. She was no longer lost but a guest in a magical, ever-shifting home. Section 4. The Dance of Change. Elara stopped trying to fight the forest's transformations. She surrendered to their rhythm. When the air grew cold, she sought shelter in the sturdy roots of an ancient oak. When the sun beat down, she rested by the cool water of a hidden spring. She learned the language of the birds, the rustle of leaves, the murmur of the stream. She danced with fireflies under the moonlit sky. She befriended a mischievous fox who led her to secret meadows. With each passing day, Elara felt more connected to the forest. She began to anticipate the shifts, not with fear, but with a sense of wonder. The forest, in turn, seemed to respond to her growing understanding. The forest was no longer a maze, but a dance, and Elara was finally learning its steps. Section 5. Finding the Path Home. One morning, Elara awoke to a familiar sight. The sun filtered through the leaves of ordinary oak and maple trees. The air was filled with the scent of pine and damp earth. The forest had returned to its normal state. She recognized the path before her. It was the same one she had taken days, or perhaps it was years, ago. A sense of peace settled over her. She had found her way out, not by fighting the forest's magic, but by embracing it. Elara stepped onto the path, her heart full of gratitude. She looked back one last time at the sun-dappled woods. The forest held her gaze for a moment, then released her. It was time for her to go. Elara walked away, forever changed by her journey. She carried the forest's magic within her, a reminder that even in the most unpredictable journeys, there is always a way forward.